Welcome to another week of GV Bounce. I'm Mark McGowan.
I'm Hannah Driscoll.
And we're going to take you through round 13 of the Goulburn Valley Football League. Starting with Shepparton Swans and Benalla, an interesting one because they're both down there at the bottom, so really looking for a win, Hannah.
Yeah, and it was an interesting clash, the first one. Benalla got the kick start on the Swans, and the Swans were chasing them for the rest of the match. And yeah, I've never seen a coach more disappointed after a match than Brett Warburton after that one. So hopefully the Swans can turn this one around.
He's been very disappointed lately, so hopefully he can get a win because you do feel a little bit sorry for him and the Swans at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. The next match is Shepparton United and Seymour, and Shepparton United a very different lineup to the one that took them on in round 2.
Well, I think that's the biggest factor. Tim Luby was missing last time. He'll be missing again because of Victoria Country duties, but they've got Sam George, Rendina, these sort of guys, Hoy as well, that didn't play last time, and back at Deakin Reserve, and 9 in a row. You've got to back them, but at the same time, a lot of people are still talking about Seymour as a sort of a sleeping giant, so an interesting one.
Yeah, absolutely. The next one we've got is Mansfield and Shepparton. Will the Bears be able to keep their winning form going? 3
out of their last 4 they've won the Bears, so really good touch. But heading to Mansfield looking for finals again, another premiership dark horse, Mansfield, so they can't afford to lose a game like this. As much as Shepparton's playing some good footy, Mansfield just has to win. It's as simple as that.
Yep, and we've got the next clash, Uriah and Tatura. Tatura obviously in very good form, beat Marupna at home in the wet last week. Do you reckon the Magpies will be much of a challenge for them?
It's an ugly one on paper, I think. 93 points the difference last time in the Bulldogs' favour, and look, as much as I hate saying it, because Dave Gleeson's doing a really good job out there, it's probably going to be very similar.
Yep.
You'd think around that 80 point, 90 point mark, which is a shame, but the Magpies are doing some good things, so you never know, I suppose. And indeed, Steve Downer's obviously not going to be there, so.
Yep, Mark Simpson's got the coaching reins this week again, so yeah, good luck to him. And yeah, I think the Bulldogs will have this one. The next one we've got is Echuca and Rochester, the rivalry clash. What do you think?
Dear to your heart, Hannah?
Yeah,
Rochi girl?
Yeah, pretty close to my heart. I think the Tigers will have this one. They'll be looking to bounce back from last week's disappointing loss to Shepparton United. Accuracy was a big issue for them last week, so hopefully they'll be able to straighten up in front of goal this time around. But yeah, Echuca certainly will be looking to get another win on the board, and yeah, I think they'll be looking to definitely challenge the Tigers.
Yeah, well, they won't have Guy Campbell, Rochester. He'll be joining Tim Luby with the big countryside. So maybe a chance for the Murray Bombers, but as you said, they lost to United last week. Bit of a wasted opportunity, and you'd have to suggest they might take it out on the Murray Bombers this week.
Yeah, and the Murray Bombers were very disappointing in the second half of last week's game against the Bears. Only managed 1-1, I think, in the second half. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they can change that around.
Yeah, and a final game this week on Sunday, the traditional Marupna and Kai Abram clash. Paul Newman's in hot form, isn't he?
He certainly is. It's been great to watch. But yeah, the Cats obviously, as I said before, disappointing loss to Tatura last week, and they've got a couple of injuries this week as well, which might impact them. Yeah,
Ash Hockey, Kane Atkinson were 2 casualties from last week.
Dan Collier with a hamstring as well.
Yeah, and Mark Blake's still missing. Hasn't been named, even though they talked during the week that he might be back. So, look, it's a danger game for Marupna. It always is against Kai Abram. But look, you'd have to back the Cats, don't you? You couldn't see them dropping this one.
No, not this one, unfortunately.
And just finally, I've had a very interesting chat with Keith Wellman, the General Manager of the GV, this morning. Said some very interesting things, so make sure you pick up the paper tomorrow to have a read of that. But otherwise, we'll see you out at the football.